looks like Sony finally caved and created an Xbox Game Pass. You know what that means, folks? Free content ideas! I came across Black Mirror, and it looked familiar, but I definitely have not played it. Although when you Google search it, it says adventure game, violent adventure, so that's promising. Apparently this game came out in 2017, and I can understand why I didn't want to play it. The competition was quite fierce, since it was one of the most successful years of video games. Not a whole lot you can do besides take a leap of faith and hope for the best. Black Mirror is also a reboot of a point-and-click game for Microsoft Windows back in 2003, so it ought to be 100% different. I won't be comparing them since I haven't played them before, but I will give a 1 to 10 rating of 4 categories after what I like to call the playthrough preview. This video will contain minor spoilers. I try to leave out major plot points, make sure that I don't reveal anything too big. Most of this is just going to be for fun. It's not going to be anything too serious. So let's play. Oh, no, please take your time. Alright, now let's start a new game. Yeah?
11 minutes later.
Well, hopefully this game... That actually startled me. Spooky so far, 10 out of 10. Well, what's going on? Oh no, I'm a crazy guy! Where am I going? And why are his movements so uncanny? I want to look over there, and it won't let me. The camera is giving me a lot of sass right now, and I'm not having it. It's just ridiculing me, just being like, actually, you know, we might progress the story faster if we go this way instead. You know what? F you, Stonehenge. I'm going to fight for my right to adventure. I'm not even being chased by anything. Anything. This is an adventure game? I'm getting railroaded pretty early on. What? How did you do that? Oh, he's on fire now.
Be safe, my son.
Don't light yourself on fire like I did. What a stupid idiot. This is our main character, David. He's going to the mansion his family in Scotland has owned for generations because of his father's very fucking violent and tragic death. He lived in India his entire life with his mother. And, I don't know how that's going, because the way David knots his tie sends some really mixed signals.
Welcome, Mr. Gordon. I'm Andrew Harrison.
Mr. Harrison, it's good to finally meet you. From our correspondence, I expected you to be older.
Thank you. I'll lead the way. It's quite dark already.
Oh, don't worry about that, sir. It's just a bunny.
David, welcome to Skahandu House.
Scooby-Doo?
Please follow me, Master David.
I don't know about you. This guy seems kinda...
It does that sometimes, sir.
Thanks, Jeeves. Apparently it's early as o'clock, and you can't seem to sleep because of insomnia.
My faithful friend Insomnia. I wonder if Andrew has left the library yet.
This isn't gonna get weird, right? Okay, so I need to find a light. How hard can that be? I see a thing over there. The game isn't gonna let me grab it. Oh my god, it's so dark. I can't see anything.
In an old house like this one.
Yeah? Why'd you say that? No? Why the fuck did he say that?
I will put your high praise of Scottish water to the test, Father. Later.
This guy's insane. I'm fully convinced. Now it's time to explore the mansion halls, and it's dead quiet. There's no music, just sound effects. And it's not very scary. To me anyway, horror means more than just being in a dark, empty environment. You can capture the right feel for your game with the right ambiance. I know this game came out 2 years later, but in the Resident Evil 2 remake, you could purchase a DLC bundle including the original soundtrack to Resident Evil 2. In my own opinion, the original music is far superior when it comes to the overall scare factor. I noticed when using the new OST, there's barely any music. And when there is, it's so low, I can tune it out, and I can focus on the scary thing in the room. So it really broke some of the scariness in the game for me. With the original, though, it might distract your brain. Every room has its own track, and they're all very menacing. It's also loud enough to where I can't fully focus on the scary thing, and it makes me more nervous when approaching danger. That's just me anyway.
No, this isn't right. There should be a room here. No, this isn't what I need either. Where is it?
Yeah, it totally doesn't scream antagonist at all. I found a cabinet that needs a key, so I guess I'll wander this quiet, dark-ass mansion looking for a key.
You are?
I'm the one who keeps the house from being covered in weeds. Name's Rory.
What?
Pleased to meet you. I'm David Gordon.
Aye. I kenned you were coming today.
What did he just say? This is Rory. He's the gardener. He is 100% blind, but he mows the lawn, somehow, and tends to the plants and trees.
Why are you sitting in the dark?
There's enough light for me, laddie.
Oh, your eyes. I'm sorry, I didn't realize.
Well, if you'd friggin' look at him. David, I know he's blind, but come on, man.
Better safe than sorry.
Time to kill my entire family.
1 hour later.
Who and why? This bitch is dead, bro.
How dare you?
2 hours later.
Oh my god, my kingdom for a cabinet key. This wouldn't be that terrible if there weren't a friggin' loading screen after every single doorway. Sometimes they're just a little bit too long. You know, what? Wait, what? No way.
This might take a while. I need to be steady and try to... Oh, well, there you go.
After I spent all that time doing...
1 long, angry line later.
At least we can progress, I suppose. Alright, we got a couple drawers over here. And if I learned anything from watching PewDiePie and Markiplier Amnesia Let's Plays, you gotta go from the bottom up.
Oh, locked.
There's a piece of paper with stupid math on it. Let me grab a dang old pen and paper, man. Dang old suck at math, man. Tell you what. The problem, apparently, goes with these dials over yonder. We need to find out which numbers they are by doing math problems. Yay! The dials go from 0 to 9. The first set of numbers can only be one of 3 possibilities, while the second set of numbers, it's kind of a different story. But there's only one thing to do at a time like this.
1111.
That's not the right combination.
Damn. 1112.
That's not the right combination.
Damn. 1113.
Let's see what...
Finally, I get a key.
Now, what are you for?
Yay? One thing that's interesting is how you interact with this desk. You can angle yourself to see any hidden compartments, or puzzles in this case, and they really aren't that hard so far. Some trial and error, but it quickly picks up the pace when getting the snake safe to unlock. Let's see what we're getting. Oh, got another key. What is your problem?
You startled me.
What a peculiar looking lock. I know something quite odd that might slip in there. Okay, just gotta rotate. What? Can I angle this a tad easier? Oh, come on. What a mess. Let's go looking for some clues. Blues Clues. You can interact with your grandfather's old desk here, and it turns out your grandpa was a piece of shit. And there's evidence that he was also quite possibly a murderer. But you know, family secrets and all. Oh boy! It looks like Blue left us some clues. Oh, good work, Blue. You helped us solve the puzzle. I just want to pause the video right now from that really weird moment to just give a quick shout out to Rabid Retrospect Games for his 4-hour walkthrough of Black Mirror. You really helped me out past this point, and good luck with your 1 million subs journey. You're almost there, so early congratulations. You've made this game a lot easier and honestly more enjoyable for me. Thank you, fellow Carbon Unit. It's embarrassing, but I spent almost half a day trying to find the solution to this. I didn't find any clues at all, and in all honesty, I didn't really want to. It was screwed in. He says it's screwed in tight.
Screwed down tight. Someone didn't want it moved.
I, no joke, thought I had to find a screwdriver. It wasn't until I approached it after trying to find the secret stuff to no avail that I realized you could spin the dials. I didn't think anything of it because he comments on it the first time you interact with it, so I thought he was just going to keep on repeating what he said. First it was a key, and now it's a screwdriver.
Can't wait to paint the shed with magic markers. Let's get this party started.
Oh yeah, you got demons in your house. Call a priest. Oh no, here we go. Little boy's gonna learn today.
The boy! Did you see him? Where did he go?
What did I tell you about disturbing me in my study?
Oh. I don't know about anyone else, but that was hilarious. Looks like David found a cure for his insomnia.
Who do you think you saw?
Him.
What did you just say, sir?
It's all right.
You're like your father. You can see them too, can't you?
I've been babbling in my sleep since I was a child. It's nothing to worry about. Poor girl is scared out of her wits.
Of course, sir. Sorry, sir.
My father. What did he think he saw?
It ain't my place to say, sir. But
Go on.
Begging your pardon, sir. You should go. This place, it drove your father mad.
Drove him? Did he say what or whom he saw?
I'm sure I don't know, sir.
Best not push her too hard. She's scared enough of me already.
Well, looks like the maid is scared out of her mind. Better go talk to her. First, though, some breakfast.
I've had the staff prepare some of the finest Scottish delicacies for you. Black pudding, haggis, scrambled eggs with deer brain, and bacon.
Yeah, no thank you. I'd rather take a look at some old family photos, stained in blood. Hey, good times. Aww. Aww.
Surprise!
The maid got a direct order to rid the cellar of the spider nest, but you kindly offered to escort her after giving her the earring she lost that belonged to your grandmother. Speaking of G-Ma, it turns out she's going senile, since she defends your grandfather's honor. Or perhaps the old coot is hiding something. Well, it's time to burn the house down.
Oh my! Oh, that's amazing!
Sorry, did that scare you, Elsa? I didn't think... Huh.
You've lived here all your life, so you would have met my father.
Only after he lost what marbles he had left. If it were up to me, I'd have locked him up in the loony bin a bit sooner.
Someone should really smack that acne off your face. After walking around for 30 minutes, trying to figure out what the f*** to do, it seems Andrew left us a note in the library, and he's gonna be out doing some evil shit and cannot escort us to the chapel. David, less than concerned, says he's just gonna go himself. Time to make our exit through the window. I don't think I was supposed to exit through there. Well, let's find out in half a century. Oh no. Houston, we got a problem. The game is running like hot garbage out here. Anyway, your blind groundskeeper somehow recognizes your footsteps, even though you've only met him once. And at night, at least we can talk to him to try to get some answers.
Wow, that's rather incredible.
Aye, that it is, laddie. That it is. I hear better than most. See more than most and all.
What did he say? Well, it looks like Daredevil's no help. You find the grave that your grandfather smacked you for looking at, and it's noted that we have some vines to cut, so we better find a solution. Quick. Bold cutters?
May I borrow your bolt cutter?
Well, alright, at least he said bolt cutters. That's good. Turns out this is your aunt's grave. Another model piece can be found buried in the dirt. Since Andrew's still doing his thing, we're just gonna break the chains and head inside. Oh boy, this place has seen better days. David reads a few tablets about his family's history, which raises more questions than answers. David starts hallucinating. And I gotta say, I really like what they did here. The way they captured the world changing around you is golden. The environment coming to life in a very unique way, the bubbles popping, the reflection of the surface. It's really, really well done.
What are you trying to show me?
A woman can be seen floating down to her death, and it seems there's some tomfoolery going on up here. Oh my god. Oh shit. The game over is gonna have to be the cutoff point. But I did end up playing this game all the way through 100%. And I'd like to conclude my thoughts and give a 1 out of 10 rating on the story, visuals, gameplay, and the overall uniqueness before giving it a final score out of 40 points. Let's start with the story. I'd like to start this by saying I do not hate this game. $40 on the marketplace is a bit too much. But for free though, it was pretty okay. The story is the game's best quality. It's definitely 100% different from the originals. I don't know how I feel about the ending, but it's definitely been a journey of both well-written dialogue and voice acting. Some events were so unexpected that my jaw dropped a couple times, and I even let out a gasp or two. The voice acting is A+. I laughed. I cried.
The only criticisms I can really think of right now are that it's very short and the character development is very weak.
We have David, but we barely know anything about him, besides his dad is dead. Most of the others are just terrible people. Overall, and having a good start, the story gets an 8.5. Now it's time to look at the visuals. Literally. It's definitely graphically superior compared to the games made back in the Jurassic era of 2003. That's kind of stretching it though, because this game looks like it was made back in 2007. In fact, I know games back in 2007 and lower that look and run better than this game. The way Black Mirror runs reminded me of an old point-and-click PC game, but making it more modern and console-friendly. I thought maybe they were trying to separate themselves from Telltale, since they kinda have that genre by the testes. At first, it brought a little charm to the game, but then it's not so charming when you play the rest of it and realize it's not done on purpose. Just about everyone is butt ugly, and the design of the mansion can be very confusing at first. Turns out, this is actually a door. I had no idea. I thought he was just... I still love the interactions when David's hallucinating, and most of the events presented have very violent and disturbing imagery. The whole walking up to ghosts to examine them can be a little exhausting. It would be nice if this little shiny thing was just a tad more noticeable on their person, or ghost, whatever. With everything said about how it looks, visuals get a solid 5. Now it's time for the game's worst feature, the controls. The lag and the weird lip animation is one thing, but interacting with things can be an absolute chore. I can touch things while like this, but not like this. The ghost may be able to strangle the life out of you, but the real enemy here is the camera. The camera is always at the worst angle ever, and controlling a pissed off bull is probably easier than trying to control this stupid camera. And I'm sorry to say it, but this game is hardly an adventure game. A journey to the chapel in the backyard is not an adventure. You stay in one general area for the whole game. I'd probably call it a thriller story-based puzzle game? I don't know. Even though the game only has a few functions, the controls are quite unforgiving. The input delay is at its worst when it comes to the flashbacks. You need to be on top of the ghost to see what's on them. You can't just stand somewhat near it and just look. Believe it or not, the hardest thing to do in this game is to navigate the damn pause menu. You have to use the analog sticks in order to navigate through any of the menus. For some reason, they made the directionals act as shortcuts to access different parts of the menu faster. The reason? I couldn't tell ya. The game's not unplayable, it just takes a lot of getting used to. Unfortunately, this time, they missed the mark. The gameplay only gets a 3.5. Uniqueness. Black Mirror 2017 is its own work of art. The characters are original. You can tell the effort was put into the design, and I don't want to shit on this too harshly, because King Art Games are a smaller gaming company. Some may say they got a little bit too big for their britches, but tackling a task like this is not easy, and for what it's worth, they're very brave, and they show excellent potential and talent for doing this. I do feel like the game is worth experiencing, and if you do need to look at a walkthrough to get some sort of motivation, then I say it's worth it to carry on with the game. As harsh as I was about the gameplay, it's also what makes it unique. For example, the way they use the dimensions of the desk to put in the extra puzzles. I thought it was really cool how a small development team could utilize something as simple as a desk to enhance the experience and also engage the player. And those directional buttons from earlier, I didn't understand, and it drove me quite crazy throughout my entire playthrough. And you could argue that that's an interesting immersion technique to make it more authentic. I truly know how it feels to be David when going completely bonkers. With the spooky things that take place in the game, some of them I've never seen before, like your grandfather playing peekaboo in the picture. Witnessing events that took place in the mansion. I haven't seen too many of that. Or even Forrest Gump over here playing with dolls and pointing at crosses on the wall. I like this game for what it is, but since it is a reboot, I'm going to give Uniqueness a 6.5 out of 10. Total score being 23.5 out of 40. That concludes this video on Black Mirror. Tune in next time when I review this howling good time. Thank you for watching.